Thanks for staying with us here on News Now. Let's stay in Lagos, where our correspondent Bernard Akede is on the streets, feeling the pulse of residents as the scarcity of petrol indeed bites very hard. Bernard Akede, I know you can hear me. Tell us where you are currently in the city of Lagos, and what's the latest on the scarcity of the premium motor spirit, or better still, known as fuel?
All right, Joe, good morning. Thank you for having me. I'm in Ikeja in Lagos here. I'm beside an NNPC fuel station. And of course, it's apt that I be here because, well, the NNPCL is the epicenter, if you want to put it that way, the beginning of the whole petrol scarcity drama, or as we're having it now, increase in petrol price drama. The queue here is the same as it has been for as long as I can remember. As early as 7 a.m. this morning, this queue had been here, and it's still the same. However, the difference with what we're having today, between what we have today and what we had before, is that regardless of how long this queue is, the fuel station is not selling petrol. We've had people who are here. I've spoken to them earlier. The gentleman here declined speaking on camera, but I had a chat with them earlier, and they said they'd been here from as early as 6:30, as they do regularly, waiting for the fuel station to open and begin to sell. However, they're not selling, as you can see. I went inside earlier to speak to the manager of the petrol station, and he told me that the reason why they're not selling is because they haven't received petrol just yet. I equally asked him about the increase in price. Will the price go up? What is the official price now? And he declined responding to that question, saying that he hasn't received any memo as to price increase. Basically, he said all he can say is he can confirm that they will receive petrol sometime today. When they receive the product, he's expecting to get the memo as to what the new price will be. That's if there's an increase in the price, and then they'll begin to sell at that price, whatever it may be.
All right. So currently, the filling stations, the filling station where you are is not selling. The queues are long. Do you think that Nigerians are, what's the body language of the Nigerians that you've spoken to, especially Lagosians? Do you think that they're willing to buy, even if the fuel goes for 900 naira? Are they looking at just buying and moving ahead with life?
Well, unfortunately, Joe, because of the way Nigeria is structured, you know that we need petrol for pretty much everything. Almost everything in the country relies on petrol. So yes, Nigerians will have to buy regardless of the price. I remember as a kid, petrol being sold for as low as 11 naira, and then it kept on growing to what we had, 167, before it jumped up to what it is now, which is officially 685 or thereabout, or whatever the price is at the moment. So regardless of how much it is, Nigerians will buy. Talking about the body language, of course Nigerians are unhappy because with whatever increase in the price of petrol per litre, there will be an increase in the standard of living for Nigerians, from transportation to feeding to education to healthcare to everything. So of course, body language, Nigerians are not happy, but will they buy regardless of the price? Yes, they will. The only difference now will be that people will have to buy what they can afford.
All right. My final question to you, Bernard, before we go to our guest who's waiting to join us on this conversation. What's the streets looking like concerning commuters?
All right, it's a bit scanty in certain places to start with, and you can understand why. We have more vehicles on queues possibly than on the road. That's one. Secondly, you have a lot of people standing at bus stops waiting for commercial buses. As of yesterday evening, we saw that. This morning, we saw that as well, for two reasons. First of all, commercial vehicles are also on queues. And then secondly, the price of commercial transportation has gone up. So it's either people are waiting to see if they can get cheaper rides, or there just are not enough commercial vehicles on the road. So as it is right now, commuters are the ones suffering, really feeling the bite of this fuel scarcity. So yes, that's what's happening. At some point, we hope that petrol will be available regardless of the price, so that people's lives can seemingly go back to whatever normalcy they can find.
All right. Thank you so much, Bernard Akede, a man who's been on the ground alongside other reporters, ensuring that you get updated with what the latest simply is concerning Nigeria's current economic challenges and fuel scarcity.